Sarah with Genomyx, here to show you a yummy muffin recipe that I have that's easy to make and I guess you could say kind of good for you. I start with an egg. I like to beat it first just because then you get a little bit of air in there and it helps the muffin to be a little more airy. And I always crack my egg into a separate container so that way you can check to make sure the egg's not bad and that you don't have any shell into your recipe. And then you'll want to add your sugars. I'm using 2 tablespoons of each brown sugar, regular granulated sugar, and Splenda. All 3 2 tablespoons. And then I'm using a cup of applesauce. Make sure it's unsweetened, otherwise you're going to have way too much sugar in it, and if you're trying to cut calories on it or just improve the healthiness overall, that's what you want to do. And then 3/4 cup of milk. I always just use whatever we have. I prefer 1% or I know many use skim. A half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then I'm going to use an orange today. I'm going to use a little bit of the orange zest, and then I'm going to just get a little bit of juice just to add a little bit of citrus flavor in it. And if I could actually use this right today, that would be great. The zest of an orange is real, the sweeter part. You want to make sure that you don't get any of the white portion or it's going to make your recipe bitter. And a nice little coarse microplane grater makes it real easy just to do right inside the bowl. I'll just take and clear that off. I love these citrus presses, just it's so easy to get the juice out, and of course orange is a little bit larger so it makes it a little bit harder to do. I'm trying to do like an orange creamsicle type muffin today. And then I have a half a cup of whole wheat flour, 2/3 cup of oats, a 1/4 cup of white flour, a tablespoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt to go in. And then I have 4 scoops of vanilla protein. Oh, they smell so good. It's going to be lumpy since you do have oats. Just make sure everything's all mixed up together. And then fill your muffin tins. You'll want to bake these anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes at 400. You'll insert a toothpick or any kind of cake tester to tell that they're done. And you notice that I hardly ever use any oil. I think personally that it comes out a lot more moist using the applesauce, and it's a lot better for you. And just fill your tins about 2/3 of a cup way full. I always just use my large scoop, and then I know exactly how much I have. And this recipe is an unusual recipe. It does make about 18 muffins for you. I also don't use like heaping they're not huge muffins either. Now, they're all ready to go in the oven. Like I said, 15 to 18 minutes is usually about standard. And then you can just enjoy when you're done.